Hey folks, Ken Tizzard here today. I'm just going to set up a new skateboard for the winter. As those of you who have been following me know, I got back into skateboarding last year after being away for 30 years. It turns out there's an awful lot of change in the whole industry. Boards are going from everywhere from 7 inches wide to 11 inches wide now with these big fat boards. When I first got in, I got into some general freestyle. I picked up a freestyle deck. Since then, the MLM company has done a music for goats deck, which is great. This is a standard sort of, 7.25, or it's, I think it's a 7.36 by approximately 27, which is sort of a good length for a freestyle board. Now, I have these massive feet that take up so much of the board. I've been trying to find something that fits in between. Here's my anti-hero street board, and you can see it's got a great length to it. Lots of good size for my foot. That's an 8.6 by 30 by 30ish, 31, something like that, which is the same length as this one here. So what I'm doing today, the freestyle decks that I've been using, I absolutely love. They're really good for freestyle. However, some of the tricks and some of the stuff I'm working on, I've been trying to find a slightly larger board. And I did find this Gary Holt, which is an amazing hybrid freestyle setup. This is the 7.5, but it's got the length of a regular freestyle deck. As you can see, well, a little tiny bit longer, but not much. When I hold it up to the street deck, you'll see it's quite a bit shorter. So that's where I'm losing my room as a big skater. So I did some research. I've been looking for a while, and I found a company down in the States called Revive. Revive has a bunch of famous skateboarders with them. There's their logo. And I ordered the John Hill. I like John Hill. He's a great skater. And this is 7.5 by, I believe, what say on this here? Just a 7.5, but I believe it's a 30. It's an inch short of my street deck, but it's also almost I would say a good 2, if not 2.5 inches longer than my hybrid freestyle deck. And when you put it next to my regular freestyle deck, you can see it's giving me that extra room there. And that extra room will allow my feet, hopefully, to do what I want it to do. I don't know. Let's see. I'm still exploring. Street decks are great, freestyle decks are great. This hybrid deck I absolutely love, but I wanted to try and see if I could just get a little bit more length out of it. So this is actually a street deck, not a freestyle deck, but we're gonna see what we can do with it just the same. I love this blue stain on the top. I'm gonna put some grip on it. I've got my decomposed grip tape with me, which will show that nicely. And the decomposed will be off like that. I'm going to do it this way. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to grip her up. This is what some people consider the most fun part of the deck. I actually find it the most stressful. Oh, what happens if you get it wrong? Oh, what happens? Decomposed where I want it. I don't think I have any massive bubbles in it. Oh, this is so exciting! So, one of the nicest strips I've done. Look at that. I love this decomposed laser cut grip tape. It's really nice. That's a nice looking board. So we put grip on the bottom here. This helps when you're doing some footwork. When you get your foot underneath the board or on top of the board, it helps you just get some grip underneath. And that will wear down and get nicely into the board. I'm going to switch out a couple of things here. I'm going to take things off my Gary Hole. I don't have a whole bunch of setups like some of you might at home where you've got 10 sets of trucks. I've got a couple sets that I like to keep a twin kick setup and also a flat nose. So I keep my my Witter board set up as my classic freestyle. I keep my Ken Tizzard Music for Goats board as the classic flat freestyle deck. By flat, I mean it has a flat nose, very little concave, and the deck is pretty straight. There's not very much concave in it at all. So that's what I do with that one. So this one here, I'll put the Hole into semi-retirement for the rest of the winter while I work on this the John Hill board, going from the Gary Hall to the John Hill. Now both of these boards are the same length, and this one here, I'm not going to put skids on it right now, skids on the front and back, because I'm just not sure how it's going to work out. And also I just want to make sure that, so what was I saying? This one here, I will, so I'll put this one into semi-retirement, and I will get at this one for most of the winter. Unless, of course, it doesn't do what I'm doing, then I'll come back to this one, because I'm really enjoying this one a lot. I just like the idea of a street length board with a hybrid freestyle width. I haven't been using risers under these. I find that I'm getting in and out of rail pretty good. These new seismic wheels are fantastic. I love the flat profile on the side. They're super light. They're super groovy. They've got great grip, but they've also got great slide. I know that is counterintuitive, but that's kind of the way these are. Film trucks, can't complain. Tune them up a little bit. I put the MLM is working on a new set of bushings. So I've got the bushings here for the. I'll show you. So down here I've got this hard bushing, which is rock solid. Looks like it might even be splitting a little bit. Yeah, I might change that up. But that's a really hard bushing on the bottom, and then a softer bushing on the top. Keeps the truck stable, but gives me a little bit of room because I like to carve so much. Gary Hole, you've been a great deck. You still continue to be a great deck, but we'll see you in the spring, perhaps. Move over to this one now. Almost there, folks. A new shiny deck time. Yeah, so there you go. The decomposed Revive board, all ready to go. I'll put some skids on it when I take it out in the spring, but for the winter months, I'm just going to be using it inside, so this will do just good here. It's the new John Hill. I'll be using it this winter. Film trucks, seismic wheels, and I think I'm actually going to change out these bearings right now. Cheers, folks.